What I like about having an exchange student living with us is the accent that's ongoing, and the questions at times when she's trying to figure out a word that she wants to say, but she can't put it in English, and so that's fun to have in our home. And probably a favorite memory is probably we had the privilege of getting to know Deanna before she came to live with us, and but when she found out that she was coming to live with us, she said, "Well, I love the Bakers, and they love me." And so that's a favorite memory of mine, and she's been a real blessing ever since she came to live with us.
What I like about having an exchange student is I love watching Deanna take everything in that is introduced to her from the United States, whether it's food or an experience, an activity that we do as a family, or just love listening to her always come home and say that was the most amazing thing ever, and just watching all that from her eyes. I also like watching her interact with my kids in different ways, and I love how much we're learning about another part of the world that we hadn't really thought about much before. So my favorite experience is tough because actually when Deanna first moved in with us, it was almost like watching a child grow. Like when my kids were little, I would write down every cute thing they said, or would talk about my kids all the time as they're growing. And so I found myself doing the same thing with Deanna. I would save her texts because I thought they were so cute. My favorite text I ever got was she dropped her phone and it wouldn't tell her what time it was. So she sent me a text asking me, "What time is it? I am lost in time." So I just thought that was cute. And yeah, but my favorite memory, I think, so as the mother of the home, it's really important to me that she feels at home and feels like one of our family. And so I remember the day that I knew that had happened, because she was sick, and I think it was like the beginning of Thanksgiving break, and my daughter Emily was sick and Deanna was sick, but she just spent all day in the living room in her PJs with a blanket and just being cozy, and then she actually just fell asleep, just like my kids would do when they were sick. And then even later in that day, I noticed that she had fallen asleep on the couch and my daughter Emily had fallen asleep on another couch, and I actually took a picture because it made me know that she felt at home to be like that with us. So that's my favorite memory.
Okay, so I like having an exchange student. Deanna is our exchange student. I like having her because it's like every time she experiences something here in America, it's like I'm experiencing it for the first time. So an example would be at Christmas. Like it was our first year having an exchange student, but it was her first Christmas in America. And so it was like the excitement all over again of something new. And probably my favorite experience with her is when we went to Chicago, and she'd never been to Chicago before. And the first day we were there, we went to a coffee shop called Star Lounge, which just happened to be the Ukrainian part of Chicago, which our exchange student is Ukrainian. And these three little girls walked in the coffee shop, and my mom asked one of them if she was Ukrainian because she had like the flag on her sweatshirt, which I was like kind of embarrassed that my mom was like talking to these people. But these girls said yes, they're all from Ukraine. Sometimes they travel back there. And so they all started talking to Deanna in Ukrainian. They're just, kind of gabbing away, and all of us just like standing there awkwardly, like just trying to listen to them and like smiling and encouraging that. And then they got all their Snapchats and their Instagrams all together, and I think they still she still gets some of their Snapchats and stuff. So that was really fun that Deanna could like relate, find some Ukrainian people even here in America.
Okay. Let's see. What I like about having an exchange student is I love watching her experience everything for the first time. I love it when she tries new foods because She has the best reactions. One time, she had spaghetti for the first time, and she didn't know that we use like Parmesan, so she put cheddar cheese on it and ate it like that, but she didn't know any different. But it was like the cutest thing, and we took her out for a pie, and she'd be like, oh, this is so amazing. And I just love it when she tries anything new because her reaction is priceless. My favorite experience, that's tough. I like how she says some things. Like it was like the first week of school, and she said she was talking to some girl who had just broken up with her boyfriend, and Deanna was like, oh, how long had you been together? And the girl was like, oh, 2 weeks. And Deanna was like, oh. And the girl was like, it's okay, I'll find another one. And Deanna came to me and was like, are they hiding somewhere? Where do I find them? She was like, where, are they in the ceiling? Or where are they hiding? And I had to explain to her that that was a term, like, I'll find another one. But that was really funny. And then one time I told her that I thought she was feisty, and she didn't know what that meant. So I was like, feisty, like, you know, like a feline. And she was like, oh, okay. And then a couple minutes later, she like looked at me super confused and was like, wait, you say I scratchy? I scratchy? And I was like, no, feisty, like a feline. She was like, oh. And then a couple minutes later, you say I scratchy? So I just love how she says some words. It's super cute. So, yeah.
What I like most about having an exchange student is I get an opportunity to learn about different cultures and what's going on in like Europe and other parts of the world. And a favorite memory I had of our exchange student was when we got our real Christmas tree. When we went to get it, she had never gotten one before, and she never celebrated Christmas like we do here.
My favorite part about having a foreign exchange student is, you always want to know what would it be like if another person came to your family, like you had a little brother or you adopted someone, and that's kind of like what I thought was unique is when I found out someone I didn't really know was coming to live with us, and I thought that was pretty cool, and how she's basically like a sister to me. And my favorite memory was when our power went out because there was a snowstorm and it had two power thing in Portuguese, and she said, there's no internet, and I just kind of laughed because it's something I would say too, and I don't know, I just really like having another big sister who can help me.
So actually there's like I don't have only one thing being an exchange student, my favorite thing, but I think that the most exciting part of being an exchange student is that you basically try everything for the first time, and everything is like so interesting. Like all my reactions, it was like, this is so amazing and I like it so much. And there's like so big difference if like you're traveling to a country for like 10 days and you're staying here to leave. You can totally, like, you are like a part of this country, and you kind of have a feeling like after you're living here for like a little while, you have like a feeling that you were born here or something. It's like already yours. But you can also like compare your country to other country, and it's kind of actually very cool because then you also understand how different both countries are and how amazing that like there's only one world and there's like so different countries with different people and different cultures. So I guess this is like my favorite thing of being an exchange student, that you can experience other things that you are not used to have, and you can also like do different stuff that you have never done before. So my favorite memory of being here, my first memory probably was when me and my host family, we went to a tubing, like my current host family, we went to a tubing. That was so fun, even though it was kind of hard because you have to like take this round thing, whatever it calls, but that was very fun. And that was also my first time, so I was very excited. I also am excited about going to Arizona. I have never seen this before, and I heard that it's just amazing place, so I'm excited about that. I also went to the dinner theater, and it looked like it's so like old fashioned, and it was the feeling like you're in 17th century, so that was also pretty amazing. So there's like not there, I don't have like one favorite thing. I just have my favorite thing that I am a exchange student, so I guess this is like my favorite one, and I'm happy that I'm here, and I'm grateful that I had this opportunity.